Newsshooter coverage of NAB 2025 is sponsored by B&H Build Expo, June 17th and 18th at the Javits Center, New York, and Atlas Lens Co.
Hi, it's Matt here for Newsshooter.com at NAB 2025. I'm back with Manny at SmallRig. Now, this is the RC 100C, a brand new light that you guys are introducing here.
Yes,
tell me all about it.
So, a couple years ago, we released the RC60B, which was a bicolor little portable LED light, COB light. And then later on last year, we upgraded it to the C, which was the RGB version. At that same time, we were also releasing the 100B, which is the bicolor 100 watt light. Uses like the little SmallRig proprietary mount. But this one had the V-mount plate integrated into it, whereas the C before had all the batteries integrated into it. This one, as you said earlier when we were talking, it looks kind of like a power drill, and it really does, because what we've done is we've decided to implement this type of accessory into this, but we'll get into that here in a second. The light, it is a 100 watt RGB light. It still has some of the older functions that we've had before in our other previous light models. You know, you press the button, you got presets. When you cycle through effects and other types of menus and controls, you can control the HSI, the color temperature. You're looking at roughly, I want to say 12,000, 15,000 lumen. 100% output. This is an RGB light, so it's not going to have as much output as a bicolor or a dedicated daylight or tungsten LED fixture. But when you purchase it, you can purchase it in this kit. And this kit is very interesting because, as you guys can see, we also have something special on this kit. This is like a little micro V-mount, 74 watt V-mount battery. You cannot buy it individually. It has to come with the kit. And if you wanted to, you could go ahead and remove this handle. It's just a screw-on quarter 20. It's got one guiding pin into it, and it takes the USB-C in, as you saw right here on the side. So to power this light, you can power it with a V-mount, you can power it with USB-C PD power in, or with the dedicated DC power input to it.
I notice here too, you've got these nice little battery plates. So if you want to run this off Sony MP batteries, for instance, you can just snap this straight on the back of the existing plate.
So we do sell an additional accessory, which this accessory is available in the RC100B light kit, if I'm not mistaken, because we have like a mobile light kit, we have a standard kit, and so with this plate, it just goes in place of your traditional V-mount, but it has the dual NPF plates on it. So yeah, so if you're already invested into like a NPF ecosystem and you don't want to reinvest into like a V-mount ecosystem, or if that's something that you're looking to do later on down the road, you can hop onto this adapter and still keep using your current NPF ecosystem.
So this sort of light, I guess it's sort of targeted at content creators, and that's why you've come up with these multiple powering solutions, because it's going to be something that's going to be used probably by small crews, people doing run and gun stuff.
Absolutely, yes. So yes, it is dedicated more towards the content creator, but from my own personal experiences, I actually am starting to replace this over my 120s and my 250s and 220s as far as like narrative work goes or corporate videos go. We're starting to get closer into a world where like cameras are the ISO on the sensors. Excuse me. We're starting to get into a world where like ISO sensitivity on cameras are getting so much better. And on top of that, I don't want to run such a big light with such a long cable. A 100 watt nowadays, especially with this little 100C and the 100B, that tends to be more than enough punch for me to be able to create a scene, whether it's a music video, a narrative piece, or maybe even like an interview or a corporate job type piece, And
in terms of pricing and availability, how much is the light by itself, and how much is it if you get the kit version that you just showed us?
So the kit version, I'm not 100% informed on that, but I know that the light unit itself, with the hyper reflector and certain other accessories, you're looking at sub 350. As far as availability, if I'm not mistaken, I think it's actually available now.